This is ICASTnews.com, live and direct from the United Nations in New York City. And this is heat in the Middle East. And the Middle East has gotten much hotter as aggravation, rage, frustration, blasphemy, bigotry, and blame have circulated through this dry and parched part of the world all week. The cause, ostensibly, a film made by a Coptic Christian that blasphemes or at least satires the Prophet Muhammad, and a cartoon satirizing the lack of distance for having any consideration, comedy, satire, or other think about the Prophet Muhammad, a cartoon published in a French journal. Riots, burning, attacks on embassies, displays of rage. No, it's not a majority of the population of any nation, be it Bangladesh, be it Pakistan, be it Indonesia, be it Kuwait, but still actions throughout the Middle East. The most troubling, riots in Pakistan, where up to 20, perhaps 25 people have died in demonstrations in Karachi, as well as in Peshawar. The police firing on demonstrators when things were said to be out of control. Typical for this part of the world. Most of the people out protesting, crying, screaming, have not seen either the trailer for the film or the cartoons. For them, there is one evil in the world, one collective Western country to blame, America. One sign being displayed in Karachi said simply, "We are all Al-Qaeda." Clearly, that's not the case. But clearly, too, the heat in the Middle East needs some tampering down. The Secretary General of the United Nations tried to do that this week. He tried to find a middle ground between restraint and freedom. All human beings have the inalienable right of freedom of expression, freedom of assembly. These are fundamental rights, he said this week in a statement. But at the same time, this freedom of expression should not be abused by any individual. Part of the problem is different senses across different cultures of what freedom of expression means, what takes precedence, an individual's right or a collective group's right to defend their interests. Ban Ki-moon, trying to tamp down the flames and the hatred, said he condemns those who provoke others with hatred and bigotry, and he spoke out against those who were engaged in acts of provocation, who fan the flames still further. This is a time for restraint and calm. But underlying the protests may not be people who are fanning the flames of a particular issue of free speech, critical thinking, the idea that you can satire, make fun, or find another dimension of a figure who has become an icon. There are other frustrations, rages, jealousies, and hatred. And as the world freezes into a more us and them kind of posture, the ability across cultures to understand the difference in conceptions of freedom of expression and individual responsibility will continue to be a sore point, one that provides heat, sparks, controversy, and yet even flames as we get more heat in the Middle East. For ICASTnews.com, Heat in the Middle East, I'm Jonathan Sanders.